Hey everybody, Chris, Four Directions Bushcraft, out here on a hike with my son Brandon, and the first new plants of yarrow is starting to come up, and I wanted to show you guys this plant. The yarrow plant, if I had my pick of one plant in the forest that I would really want, especially in a survival situation, to be yarrow. Yarrow is used for so many different things. It helps coagulate blood, so it stops bleeding. In fact, history says that Achilles used to grind up the leaves in the flowers and put it on his soldiers' wounds to stop the bleeding. In fact, I got a cut last year making a bow drill, and I cut myself and put some on it, and in fact, it did work. Anyway, I'll show you a close-up of this plant. It really tastes like aspirin, and it's got that aspirin. It's got a chemical that's found in aspirin as well. I can't think of the name, but anyway, if you make a tea out of it and drink the tea, it can help with a headache, and so it's just used for so many different things. I love it. I mix it with the plantain, and then mix it with olive oil, heat it up, and extract the oils from it, and then I make that salve out of it with beeswax that I've been talking about on all my videos, really, on the plantain video. But anyway, I'll show you one of the leaves, and they're like fern-like. They look like little ferns. And it's real distinctive. So the leaves will come up first, and they almost grow in like a kind of like a basil rosette. They kind of just overlap each other and come out. I'll show you them. And then they'll grow a big long stalk with a white flower at the top. They're of the carrot family, so you really got to watch out when identifying this plant to watch out for poison hemlock. Poison hemlock is the most deadly. Obviously, if you eat that, you don't want to eat that. And it's got purple splotches on the stem that poison hemlock does. Queen Anne's lace is fine, which is carrot. It also resembles yarrow, but you can really tell yarrow by its leaf. And the leaves of the yarrow plant are a lot different than the leaves of Queen Anne's lace and poison hemlock. Also, there's a couple other variations that you can tell. Poison hemlock has the purple stalk, and it's also a smooth stalk. Queen Anne's lace and yarrow have a hairy stalk. So I talked about the medicinal values of yarrow. There's tons, so do your homework on it. I'm probably leaving out a lot of them. You can use it as a tea to stop internal bleeding. It'll stop external bleeding by coagulating the blood. If you mush it up into a poultice, chew on it, and put it on a wound topically, it'll stop the bleeding. It'll stop redness. It'll stop swelling. It'll drink it as a tea, and it'll help with a headache. The tea, it doesn't taste good at all, man. I mean, it tastes like aspirin when you chew it up. So I don't like the taste of it. But here's a real young leaf, and it's almost a fern-like leaf. Ooh, it's real strong. Real strong taste. I don't like it at all, but I'll show you a close-up of it. This, and like this. Here's a new one coming out. Here's one right here. And there's going to be a tall stalk that comes up with a white flower. And again, this is of the carrot family. So here's some right here coming out. Here's some over here. Can you spot it there? There. Right there, right there. Just coming up. More of it over there. Okay, so yarrow in our Peterson's Guide, medical herbs, is right here. So it grows this white flower at the top, fern-like leaves that come out, just like I showed you. It's actually nicknamed Achille millefolium, after Achilles. It's found in fields, roadsides, waste places. We found this one next to a creek down here. It's yeah, it says legend states that Achilles used it as a poultice of flower, or used the flowers and the leaves as a poultice to stop bleeding in his wounded soldiers in battle. It can be made into an herbal tea made from the dried flowering plant. So take it home, dry it out, make a tea out of it. Used for colds, fevers, anorexia, indigestion, gastric inflammations, and internal bleeding. It's used as an expectorant, an analgesic, so it stops pain, and induces sweating. Qualities of some components may provide relief from cold and flu symptoms. Used similarly by native cultures throughout the northern hemisphere. Experimental extracts are hemostatic, so they stop bleeding, and anti-inflammatory. Contains more than 100 biological active compounds, including more than a dozen anti-inflammatory compounds. So when I do pick this, I want to be careful not to pull up the whole plant. I just want to pick the leaves up, because I want it to come back, or I want it to grow for the rest of the summer. So, and I don't want to pick all of it out of here. I just want enough to chop up and to use for myself. I don't want to be stingy and take everything nature has to offer. I just want to take enough for me. And again, I want to be very, very careful not to pull up the whole root. And I don't want to pick the whole rosette from one root system. I want to pick one leaf here, and then maybe one leaf here. I don't want to decimate the whole one plant. Because I forage like that, I know where my herbs are going to be every year. These come up every year right here on my land. I don't decimate the whole plant. I just pick a few leaves from each one. And I know that they will come back each year. So that's my yarrow. Now I already have some dried flowers at home I'll use. There's none up right now. They don't come up until summer, so in about another month. Plantain right around it. You know, so two of the most valuable plants in the forest grow right next to each other. The two that will help you stop bleeding, stop swelling, stop itching, and cut down on your redness grow right next to each other in the forest. Well, thanks for hanging out with us in the woods today on a short video on harvesting some yarrow today. And thanks for your views, as always, your support. Leave some comments and subscribe, and I'll have some more cool videos as the summer goes along. So have fun out there in the woods, and have a good day.